Imagine you're in a marriage that hit rock bottom. The relationship is no longer functional and there is no sign of reconciliation. What happens next? How does one legally end such a marriage in India? Today, we are diving into the provisions of Section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act. This section of the law outlines the grounds on which a Hindu marriage can be dissolved through divorce. Now, before you think this is just another legal talk, let me assure you it's not. We are going to break it down in the simplest way possible. Whether you're a student, a layperson, or just someone curious about the Indian law, this video will give you a clear understanding of how a husband can obtain a divorce decree under Section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act. Stick around because what we are about to discuss could change the way you look at marriage and divorce. Before we dive into the details, let's quickly outline the key points we'll be discussing. First, grounds for divorce under Section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act. 2. Relevant case laws that have shaped the interpretation of this section. 3. What to do if your rights are violated during the divorce process. 4. Recent updates to the law that you should be aware of. Section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 provides several grounds on which a spouse, particularly the husband in this context, can file for divorce. These include adultery, if the wife has voluntarily sexual intercourse with any other person other than her husband. 2. Cruelty, if the wife has treated the husband with such cruelty that it becomes unbearable for him to continue living with her. 3. Desertion, if the wife has deserted the husband for a continuous period of not less than 2 years immediately preceding the presentation of the petition. 4. Conversion, if the wife has converted to another religion and is no longer a Hindu. 5. Mental disorder, if the wife is suffering from a mental disorder that makes it impossible for the husband to live with her. 6. Leprosy, if the wife is suffering from a virulent and incurable form of leprosy. 7. Venereal disease, if the wife is suffering from a venereal disease in a communicable form. 8. Renunciation of the world, if the wife has renounced the world and entered into any religious order. 9. Presumption of death, if the wife has not been heard of as being alive for a period of 7 years or more. Each of these grounds have been interpreted and shaped by various judgments over the years. Let's explore some of the most significant case laws that have influenced the interpretation of Section 13. One is Savitri Pandey versus Prem Chandra Pandey. In this case, the Supreme Court granted a divorce decree based on the grounds of cruelty. The court held that mental cruelty can be as grave as physical cruelty, if not more. Second case is Samar Ghosh versus Jaya Ghosh. The landmark judgment by the Supreme Court laid down detailed guidelines on what constitutes cruelty in a marriage. It emphasized that cruelty must be assessed based on the surrounding circumstances. The third case law is Narendra versus K. Meena. The Supreme Court granted a divorce decree to the husband based on the grounds of cruelty. The wife's refusal to live with her in-laws was deemed as cruelty by the court. These cases are easily searchable online and provide a deeper understanding of how the courts have interpreted Section 13. If you find yourself in a situation where your rights are being violated during the divorce process, here's what you can do. First, seek legal advice and always consult a lawyer to understand your rights and the legal remedies available to you. 2. File for restitution of conjugal rights. If you believe the separation is unjust, you can file a petition under Section 9 of the Hindu Marriage Act for the restitution of conjugal rights. 3. approach the court for relief. If the divorce proceedings are being conducted unfairly or you're just being violated, you can approach the court for appropriate relief. 4. Use mediation services. In some cases, mediation can be a helpful tool to resolve disputes without resorting to prolonged litigation. The Hindu Marriage Act is not static. It has evolved over time. Recently, there has been a significant discussions around the application of Section 13, a 2024 Supreme Court ruling in the case of Suman Singh versus Sanjay Kumar Singh emphasized that a divorce petition can be filed if a spouse ignores a decree for restitution of conjugal rights for over a year. The court held that non-compliance with such a decree indicates a breakdown of the marital relationship and thus divorce should be granted. This ruling reinforces the idea that the law must adapt to changing social circumstances and protect the rights of individuals within a marriage. Let's quickly recap what we have covered today. Section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act provides multiple grounds for divorce. 2. We discussed important case laws like Savitri Pandey versus Prem Chandra Pandey and Samar Ghosh versus Jaya Ghosh that have shaped the interpretation of these grounds. 3. We have explored what steps to take if your rights are violated during the divorce process. 4. Finally, we have touched on recent updates that are crucial for understanding the current application of the law. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Remember, understanding your rights is the first step towards protecting them. Stay informed, stay empowered. Bye.